Hello everyone, welcome back to the podcast that didn't have a name, now has a name. Also, Hamilton has changed into...
handsome.
Very handsome. Yeah, we got Charlie here on the sofa with us. We haven't completely banished Hamilton, although he did admit that he probably needs to pipe down, as do I, because I'm awful for talking over. But he's not here today, he's not well. He's got a dicky tummy. Well, I think that's what it means. In fact, what I said I would do is I had a voice note at about 7:30 this morning from his lovely partner, Krista.
Hi, Joe. This is a bit of an odd message, so good morning. I basically banished Hamilton from going to work today, and I've driven off with the car. I think the only description you might need is both ends all night, and he was...
So, yeah, we assume that's in the bathroom all night, not the bedroom all night, both ends, but who knows. Either he's very lucky or very unfortunate. But he's not here anyway, so it'll be interesting because, we need to get a bit more out of everyone else. But it's nice to have Charlie here.
Pleasure to be here.
Good, glad to hear it. One thing I will say is we're in Charlie's valeting bay once again. Our kind of podcast area / sim room, sim rig has been ordered, by the way, has been set up. Well, not set up, it's arrived today, but it hasn't been set up properly. But while we're in here, with the nice hexagonal lights. What you can't see on the other side is the hexagonal lights over here. And my fucking God, that's triggering. Who did that? Did you put that up?
That is
Actually, no.
Criminal activity.
Ben put them up. I then put the uprights on the end.
I'm going to take a picture for there's a board on the wall that's pretty damn square. Had you not noticed that before? Because that's going to drive you mad now, isn't it?
You came in
Which bit here do you hate? Do you hate the fact that it's slightly wonky? Or do you hate the off spurts that don't go anywhere?
I don't mind those if they were at least just level. But the whole thing's like drooping to one side. This light setup has had a stroke, essentially. And...
so that is the building.
It's not.
The only thing level in this world, the lights I hung and the building's wonky.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's not the case. Yes, we have decided on a name now. What do you think for the podcast?
I think we should go with it.
Yeah, I mean, there might be another one out there technically that's the same name, but we'll make it a slight variation.
It is, what was it? It was Paddock Pass.
Yeah.
The Paddock Pass. So this is a paddock for horses. Obviously, if you've been to a track day, Paddock Pass.
Or racing, bikes, cars.
Yeah, track days, racing events. A Paddock Pass gets you behind the scenes, gets you in the pit lane, gets you into little bougie little...
Gets you with a lovely shot up Charlie's little micro shorts that he likes to wear. Ridiculous.
These aren't that bad. I've definitely worn worse pairs to work.
Definitely have, yeah.
You came to work last week wearing a Hawaiian shirt and shorts so short, I'm pretty sure I saw a nut.
Yeah. I did.
Hawaiian shirt? When did I wear a Hawaiian shirt?
Hawaiian shorts is what he means, and a vest.
Yeah.
Someone's asked to see me, a couple of people asked to see me not in your black vest, I suppose you'll get my own.
Yeah. I'll see if there's still some of the shorts available in TK Maxx.
No, I'm alright.
Do we need to get some shifting metals stringer vests?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just sit here. We could get those like actual, not stringer vests, but what are those string vests?
What, mankinis?
Jamaican style. Jamaican Mahoney. Anyway.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to cover today. We decided we'd put our lovely Rolex here because if you want to win this Rolex, which Ben has spent far too much time, has got quite intimate with.
Gawping over. That's a very cool watch.
Yeah, that is very nice.
And it is pristine. It's not been polished ever. It is like out of the packet, brand new. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is actually where Hamilton would actually become quite handy because he'd be able to tell you all about the facts and why that one is so special. But fluted bezel. Is it white gold?
No, it'd be stainless steel.
Stainless steel.
41mm. So it's a date just, which doesn't mean it just does the date. It's time and date, but it doesn't have a day. Well, I haven't got my watch on, but my other watch has got like a day at the top, which actually just makes it quite annoying to set the date and whatever. But it's just cool, isn't it? It's just quite classy. I don't know.
I love it.
I don't know which camera will pick it up best. But anyway, 65 pence if you want a ticket. We won't bang on about it anymore. We just thought it's here. We'd put it in the middle and you could just look at it the whole time. And if you haven't bought a ticket, then More fool you because you're missing out on getting a chance to win it. How's your week been, Charlie?
It's been pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, had a couple of outside work incidents, i.e. car braking again. Things
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
I met Charlie's dad this week.
My wonderful father, a very nice man.
Yeah.
Did me a massive favour.
I was explaining to Ben that I met your dad. I came out of the workshop and I was speaking to Adrian, who's been working on one particular car for about 8 days. So I said, this is going to sprout roots. I looked across to a car that looked
Identical
lowered and chavvy enough to be yours. It turns out it was. But there was 2 men with trolley jacks and they were doing stuff to the wheels on it and whatever. And one of them was like, I'm sure I heard just like, what, Joe? And I was like,
Yeah, that'd be.
I was like, and he was looking in my direction and I was like, I don't know this man. But I was like, all right then. Anyway, I did go over and
Say hi.
I wanted to check that he was definitely your dad first.
Yes. No, yes.
Why
definitely
was your car being jacked up in the middle of the road?
So, me being not a wise man, I like to mess around with my cars. I bought a very cheap BMW back from a friend that we sold it to a couple of years ago for a small price, £1,000. Quite good condition, just very high mileage. And
How high's high?
just rolled over 221,000.
Crikey, that's
So-
good going.
On a what?
like
A
a
2 litre
badge of
diesel?
honour.
On a 2 litre diesel,
Has it had a chain?
it's had an engine rebuild.
Ah,
It was my dad's car 3 years ago. Came to us with the head of the engine in the boot. Rebuilt it, new chain, everything new, all that sort of stuff. We sold it for a bit of money, and I bought it back for £2,000 cheaper than we sold it. Needed some rear wheel bearings, and that was it to get it through an MOT. And then, me being me, I don't like driving boring cars that look the same as everyone else's, so I lowered it, put cheap wheels on it, and in the process, the coilovers have been a bit of an issue. I've
what
snapped
coilovers how much did you spend on your coilovers?
£275 brand new.
you
From
probably-
Euro car
you pro-
parts.
Euro car parts
Euro
sell
car
cheap. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
they sell all
How-
kind of like lower end springs and
didn't know
you can get
that.
H&R springs from them and everything.
Even though they are a cheap set, I don't know what the law specific thing is in Germany, but they are.
TUV.
That's it. They're TUV registered, so they are all safe and stuff to drive over there. But
I'm pretty
yes,
sure as in China they can engrave whatever they want. in
Yeah, they
those
can
things.
print stickers that
Yeah.
say anything.
Anyway, I've had a couple of issues with the actual strut itself snapping. It happened earlier.
That's that TUV safety
Yeah,
you're
it's-
talking about.
that's that one.
They just snap.
They just randomly snapped. I had it first go 3 weeks ago, leaving the gym, which was fun. Had to leave the car there for a couple of days, borrow a trailer, borrow all that stuff. And then the other day I pulled up outside work first thing in the morning and it went pop. So my lovely father came down with the spare set that I have bought and fitted it on the side
Are
of the road.
these the same coilover
Yes,
or
the
a
exact-
better,
no,
more
the exact
safer-
same ones.
The exact same one.
The problem is the jump between these coilovers and the next cheapest one is like 300 quid.
So that's how much you value your life. It's about £300.
About 300.
Yeah.
I'm
If
alright.
it was, if it was 250, probably worth living.
Yeah.
We need to speak to. Do you know what? In fact, actually, Macbeading rods are on my case all the time for sponsorship stuff. But we're going to get some coilovers for Toby's car, his Golf. But he's changed his car now. Actually, Toby's behind the camera today. He's back. He's had his sproglet, as mentioned in the previous podcast.
Little Toby.
How is Arlo sleeping and whatever? You don't know because you don't pay. You sleep in a separate room. Animal.
I don't know how I don't wake up.
But what has your lovely partner Grace said to you about how?
Some nights it's alright, and some nights it's up
So-
most of the night.
Sometimes good, sometimes maybe shit. Okay, fair enough. What were we saying? What was I saying?
Max speeding rods.
Max Speeding Rods, yeah, we're going to do it for Toby's Golf, but he's now upgraded or changed his car and got a Freelander 2, being the family man.
Polar opposite. 1 minute he's trying to go as low as humanly possible, and now he's put the Freelander
Yeah.
wants to go overlanding.
Yeah, what you
Raise
might
it
not
up.
know about Toby is he's quite like, if we were in America, he'd be, well, maybe like he'd be wearing a hat like you.
Yes.
Bit of a country boy, likes his country
He's
music.
got buck fever.
Yeah. He likes the idea of having a big, that's an impression of how he speaks, big like pickup truck or something. Looks sick.
He's a Ford Ranger.
Yeah, we need some kind of media bus at some point that I can
Media
go
bus.
off-road. So when we've built our scramblers, Ben and I, we can do Salisbury Plain.
Have it large.
Yeah, and we can. Do you remember being in the back of? I was trying to explain being in the back of that Freelander 1 when we went and did an off-road trip, and Toby was just like bouncing off the roof, the floor, the roof, the floor.
I bet you had a great time. I bet you had a great time.
It was quite fun, to be fair.
Stuff like that's quite funny though, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are you thinking for off-road media bus?
Well, I think you just. I don't know. It's a bit too cliche, isn't it, to go for a Disco 4? I do love them. And obviously we bought one before. I bought a commercial from G3, and I was like, that's perfect, because you... In fact, over in one of the stables over here is a full set of leather, black rear seats for a Disco 3-4, from a 4. And I had the window switches in order, because you can take the panels out from the inside of the windows, and all you got to do is plug in this little adapter thingy, and it makes the electric rear windows work. I'm sure there'll be people in the comments like, well, I hope you tell them about the tax and whatever.
So was that so does a commercial vehicle not come with rear seats or anything?
No, it comes with a cage, and then it's just got a flat floor, and you can put stuff underneath from the side doors. The side doors
is this,
open.
Like a savvy guy who
It's a bit of a
owns his own
workaround,
business?
yeah,
Who owns
yeah.
his business, wants to get it. Fair enough.
Yeah, because it's probably like £200 tax a year rather than £400 or £500.
And I
because
guess
it's a
the VAT
commercial vehicle.
saving temporarily whilst you
Yeah.
actually buy the vehicle.
But I mean, just at this stage, it just thought it'd be quite a cool thing to do. But it was a piece of poo, that Disco 4. So it went back off to auction. In fact, I mean, we definitely should do a Disco 4 because I've got a rear set of seats. Should we want to put them in, we could get a commercial. And I've got a snorkel already for one of those.
Nice, yeah.
And what else did I feel like I'd bought... Oh, no, I did buy some wheels with some like knobbly all-terrain tyres on it, but I think I sold it with those on. So I don't know what happened to the other wheels.
No, I think it had the black one.
Yeah, or did I just put tyres on? Or maybe I realised that it was a bag of poo and got rid of it before I bought the wheels that I was going to buy. But anyway, we'll get round to that at some point. I feel like we don't really need one. We could just use the little mini club van.
Yeah.
Because the point we were making... Huh? We were doing one. Well, we'll see. One day, if you make your videos good enough.
Well, how about we put the snorkel and everything on...
On the mini clubman?
No, on Toby's thing, and as and when we need it for off-road expeditions, we can borrow it.
You've been roped into.
He gets a free Pimp My Ride session, and we get a off-road media bus.
Yeah, I had a shopping list that was full of like, you know those pods that come on the new Defenders that go on the rear windows?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we're going to have those on the Disco 4, ones that like fold down a little ladder.
Nice.
No, I use it for anything other than just looking awesome. And maybe occasionally go into Salisbury Plain and... I'll tell you what, have you ever done off-roading?
No.
Ever done off-roading?
Oh, I've been down a couple of green lanes and a couple of mates, like, Discovery. It's not like proper
We
off-road.
obviously did this Christmas off-roading thing. We just went off to Salisbury Plain in £500 4x4s or £1,000, I can't remember what it was. Just the video absolutely tanked, but honestly, so much fun. I really, really want to do like an off-roady thing.
Yeah.
And there's routes you can do around, say, Salisbury Plain on these green lanes. It's like the closest to us. It's about an hour and 20. And you can do like a 40-mile loop. Then you could camp. You probably can't camp out there because it's probably like technically military land. But maybe you find a campsite. There's plenty of them around there.
I know I'm going to be looking on Copart every night to find one with suspension damage because we're going to rip it all out and put lift kits in stuff on it
just
anyway.
put springs in.
Yeah, just buy a Cat N Discovery.
Probably find plenty of them in just a regular auction, to be honest. Going cheap. But
I don't
getting
even know. All I hear is the horror stories of cranks snapping and stuff. There must be one engine in that lineup that is like pretty bulletproof.
I think those 3 litres are all right, really. But maybe what we should do is get like a. They don't do it in Disco, do they? I was going to say one of the supercharged. You could get a Sport and you can get a 4.2 supercharged petrol.
Yes. I guess the whole point of diesel though is you can just stick a snorkel on it, and to some degree you can submerge it, and it will still keep trooping on. Whereas petrol doesn't ring
that's
true as
another
much.
bridge to cross. But I want to know what's happening with your Lexus. What's the
My
story with it?
Lexus.
Have you heard about his Lexus? Have you ever seen his Lexus? It sounds cooler than
did
it
you
looks. It looks awful.
Whoa, hang on a minute. That's harsh.
Were you putting a turbo kit together
It's-
for it or something? I
it's-
vaguely heard something. Yeah.
Already turboed. It's already pretty much built to where I'd want it and need it for anything I'm using it for. But it's
What
sort
are
of,
you using it for?
I want to take it to drift events.
Oh, it's a drift car, right?
So
Cool.
all that sort of stuff, welded diff. It could do with probably a lock kit, but not got that far yet. But it's having some running issues. It's very lumpy, temperamental, doesn't like staying sort of right fueling wise, whether it's not getting enough or it's getting too much. But yeah, it needs a bit of a tidy up. The body kit on it was fiberglass and it's been beat, bashed. I've lost the rear bumper. That flew off somewhere.
Have you got a picture of it you could give us to put in this podcast now? Because if you went into a car park and Charlie's Lexus would be in there, you'd be like, which car here belongs to a valeter? It is the most valeter car ever.
Really?
Yeah, it's like,
I don't know.
It's got like the bumpers out like this. I know I'm sounding like an old man here, but it's not even, it's bizarre. And what does it say across the windscreen?
Oh, option drift. If you know option drift, I'll be very surprised and I'll be very happy about it. But option drift, drive aggressive across the windscreen on the sunstrip. No idea how I haven't been questioned about that.
What is that? Is that like some sort of JDM
So it's a
Japan type
tuning shop that used to do videos over in Japan in like the early 2000s, late 90s of like street events and specific events in general, but it's like your proper old school, like the small little Japanese blokes screaming at cars and stuff like that. So really
So
cool.
it's like nerdy cool to know what that is.
Nerdy cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, they make car parts and like bucket seats and things like that nowadays, which are all really nice. And
Do you have any of those parts in your car?
I wish, but they're far too expensive for me to be buying, so...
Sticker it is then.
Yeah, sticker it is.
Nice. That's kind of my style, to be honest.
But no, it's sat on the driveway at the moment, collecting dust. It needs various bits, body kit, some new suspension, because it's all...
MOT?
An MOT, yes. An ECU, a tune, fuel pump, and a clutch.
Does it have a cat?
Huh?
Does it have cats?
Yeah.
It has a sports cap. Whether the inside of it's still there or not, I don't know. But it was when I put it on, so...
Happy days.
That's the end of that. But yes, 3-inch straight off the back of the turbo to the end of the car. Sounds very nice. It's got 2JZ manifold on it, so makes all the right noises, sounds lovely, and goes quite well. For
Not currently.
Not currently, but for a 4-door 2000s car, it's not too bad. I'm sure it's probably not quite as quick as either of the things you two have got, but it...
No, that's cool though, isn't it? I've wanted to do one for a while.
Damn sight quicker than my car. My car's on about 3,000 bits.
Yeah, yours doesn't have an engine in it.
I thought you meant your Ibiza.
Oh, my little Ibiza, yeah.
I imagine that thing's a rocket ship.
Smoke you on my little Ibiza. My 160,000 mile
Do you know
beater.
what? We should do that. We should do that as a challenge video. My Polo versus Ben's Seat Ibiza.
You're not
like drag racing.
You're not ready for the unsympathetic things I will do to my car to win a race.
You think the Seat Ibiza will top the 3-cylinder 1.4 turbo whistle 197,000 mile Blue Motion Polo?
I go up the hill by Clevedon on the motorway and I have to down change to third on the motorway to get up the hill. It's got like 65 horsepower. It's painful.
I reckon it'd be quite a close race. I reckon that's something we need to organise.
Maybe we should do it on a sim rig first.
Yes.
When we've got the sim rig coming now, we can spec them out. And
So excited for the sim rig.
I am as well.
So excited for the sim rig.
I'm not excited about paying the final instalment because I have spent near enough £5,000 on Toby's just wet himself behind the camera on this racing simulator. So we were getting it from Apex Race Rooms, who Ben knows very well, and we've spotted them at a few events and sort of got chatting. I thought, Ben was like, they definitely want to do something. And they've done us a bit of a deal, even. It's not a huge discount. It's not sponsored or anything like that.
It's a little bit of a discount.
I did say, I think basically they're setting it up for us for free and everything, which is probably just as well because I would be an absolute moron setting that up.
Yeah, I think there's loads of bits going. That's the whole frame assembled, hundreds of nuts and bolts probably with that, and I wouldn't even have a clue when it comes to like the software, getting it all tuned
exactly.
in.
Yeah. Like, I kind of need them to sit me in it. Like, this is how you turn it on. This is how you click which game you want to play or simulator.
Knowing how to find different servers to join and stuff like that. I'm sure they'll be able to show us how everything works.
But yeah, they do a basic one that starts at $3,500 basically, which is your screen, your seat, your wheels. Of course, then they started offering me cool stuff, You know, like this really sick bucket seat.
Saw you coming, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. The carbon fibre steering wheel. Basically, we wanted to make sure we had a manual setup and pedals. Their cheaper version doesn't have that.
You think that sounds like a lot of money, but when you actually look at prices all individually, it's almost like you might use for the extra couple £100, and they're going to build it all and everything. It's kind of like negligible. Like even the computer alone is over £1,000 of that £3,500 thing.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Yeah, we looked at the
Quite
quotes.
good value from them.
Complete honesty, me and Ben were like, right, we've got a list now. Should we just see how much they are? We started looking around. It's just like, well, we could make it. We know we could. And essentially, I think they're probably just getting a bit of a wholesale discount, aren't they? Because it's pretty much the price of what it is. So they're really, really fair. And I did say to them, look, I don't want any discounts really. We'll buy one and we'll try and do some iRacing, some cool stuff like that. And then if it goes well, then I'll say, could we have a second one? We have two next to each other racing.
Well, even in the podcast, if we get a couple of people down here, you can have one person in the background doing a Nürburgring lap, and throughout the podcast, we'll see who will get the quickest lap around anything.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like we said in the last podcast, we'll get people to just like suggest we could do a Blue Motion, whatever it is, Polo versus a Ibiza. And I'm sure there's like road circuits we could do around Burnham-on-Sea or something.
Yeah.
Because people do like custom maps, don't they? From Weston to Burnham or something.
The Burnham 500.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. That's coming next week. So probably by the time you're watching another podcast, we're going to do these currently every 2 weeks. We could be sim racing in the background. We could have, or maybe hopping on and off of it, but we could be doing sim racing. That would probably be on this channel, the kind of second channel, the Joe channel. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. Make sure you subscribe and all that good stuff.
A great bit of practice for the Motor Trade Millie Nürburgring.
Yeah, I do need to get some.
Can we load in? Can we say what our Motor Trade Millie car is?
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
Currently, the current option
on iRacing, are they going to do a Gen 2 Proton?
I'd be disappointed and shocked if they don't. I'm sure they do absolutely anything. You'd be able to get some kind of mod, surely.
Yeah.
You'd be able to get someone to make you a mod. But yeah, it'd be good. Yeah, anything comparable that's slow and rubbish. Just get some practice in. But I've not even really ever done any research about like the Nürburgring, so I thought at one stage they made you do like sim racing laps before you went out.
No.
But what is that? I'm sure haven't they got like a massive sim racing thing there?
So the only sim racing I can think of down there is on the boulevard, directly opposite the museum. There's a restaurant that is half restaurant, half sim racing.
Okay.
But if you actually get to the ring, there are no sim racing things there. There's a big car park, place where you buy a card and you can top up some points, and then you just join the track, tap your card, barrier opens, and you're off. No one's giving you any tuition out there or anything. You definitely want to read up on the etiquette of driving on the ring.
Yeah, because I guess you don't even get like a safety briefing like a track day, do you? Where they're like, pass on the left, do this, do that.
It's mad. It's almost like a free-for-all. And you think you're going quick, maybe you've done like 3 or 4 laps, and you think you're really nailing it, and you're going fast as anything. And I know, like I was in a 911 with a supercharger on, and out of nowhere, E36 leaves me for dust, just gone. And I'm trying to follow in, learn the lines, and he's just gone. Like you think you're quick, and then you get humbled.
I definitely won't be. I think I'm going to go out with the attitude of just, I just want to survive this.
Yeah, you got to be, and the ring taxis are going so quickly. You've just got to constantly keep an eye out in your rear view.
Yeah, I feel like I'd just be panicked about being an absolute nuisance, just out there, just being like oblivious and whatever, ruining it for everyone else. I reckon we'll get on some.
You've got to remember where all the cool photo spots are.
Yeah.
So you get a banging picture.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to get that Proton fixed first before we can take that.
Yeah, that failed its MOT miserably.
Yeah, what did it fail on?
Drop links, rust behind the subframe.
Oh, God.
CV boot, something like that. I think they were actually we love the garage who do the MOTs, but sometimes I think they're extra hard on cars that have quite a few issues. Like the rust and stuff, I've had a look and it's not even
really an issue.
Nah, we'll rub it down, bit of undercoat, will be good to go. It's a bit of a non-starter, it's fine. But yeah, maybe a solid, we'll put some high temperature brake fluid in it, maybe a good set of pads, just to have
maybe some half decent tyres, because we paid I think I paid £100 plus fees for this car.
Yeah, so we've got a bit of breathing room to make it safe. and competitive.
Yeah, and it's got cool seats.
Cool seats.
It's got like a Momel style steering wheel in it.
I mean, put a big spoiler on it.
It's got probably all of 60
I'm
horsepower.
sure Charlie's got a big gay wing somewhere.
No, I'm a man of style and class. Big gay spoilers.
Have you got a spare option Driftworks?
I'll tell you what, I'll treat you to for your birthday.
Nice, mate. Where'd you get them on Temu?
No, off option.
Oh, yeah. How much is a sun visor banner thing?
I think it was like 15, 20 quid.
It's
But you have to make it yourself. It's a big white sticker and then the decals go over the top.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I had to pinch one off another sticker.
I'll pop a text to Carl at Shadowworks. He just print us one out.
Yeah, just whip one out. Just shifted metal works.
I'll have to get a little genuine badge that goes on the
Option metal or something.
Option metal.
We still haven't come up with a name for the farm, though. We've had a lot of good ones. I liked... well, I don't know. There's a mixture. We had a lot of good comments, which is good. So keep them coming in this for the names for the farm. Obviously, a lot of people did quite actually like Horsepower Ranch.
Yeah, I like it. It's almost borderline a bit cheesy.
Yeah.
Just a very American, but it is a cool name.
A name, someone came up with Speed and Steeds, I think, which is quite good. Steeds being horses,
Yeah,
and speed,
this is
but it's not really a name for the farm. Obviously, I said Speedy Acres. You might. Oh, you did watch it because it reminds me of Shady Acres, and then someone commented that isn't Shady Acres like a mental institute in California or something?
It's quite fitting.
Yeah, maybe that's what it should be. It should be like the asylum.
How about shifting stables?
Where are we shifting them to?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The Nürburgring.
Think it through, Charlie. God damn it.
I do apologise. I'll shut my mouth.
There was some wild suggestions in there, wasn't there?
Yeah, I mean, podcast name. Maybe we should go through like podcast potential names were like Betty's Barn Boys.
One of them was like, I don't want to offend you, but like 3 dickheads and Toby. Like,
It wasn't. It was 3 wankers and Toby. Like
what even is that?
yeah, I think that was maybe a reference to like 3 men and a baby, but
I certainly didn't get that reference.
no. I mean, I'm stretching there. We don't really get very good at sitting here. We still need to sort that out. Don't know how Charlie survived. Oh, you do get it on your TV, don't you?
I just about get it on the TV, so I can have.
Is that to the one in the workshop?
To the one in the workshop? Yeah. So
My laptop gets full signal on it. It's very weird. My phone gets
If
absolutely
you go
nothing.
and sit yourself right in the corner, tuck yourself right in the corner, you just.
That's where you spend most of your day, isn't it? In your little goon corner.
My goon corner.
That's where I get the
What do you
internet.
think I get up to in here?
I don't
Well,
know.
it's
Speaking of
not
which,
work.
don't look at that.
I don't really.
Oddly coloured bottle in the background. That's nothing to do with gooning.
Well, to be honest, I did. Obviously, we have got cameras in here, and I'll sometimes keep it open on one thing just to see people turning up at the farm and all that sort of stuff. And I was like, "What on earth are you doing?" He was just stood inside that door. I'm like, "Is he really? Does he think he's off the? Is he just standing around like an absolute gooner?" He was just stood inside, and I was like, "What is he doing? Why is he?" And then I realised that you were outside, and were you with Jason?
Oh, earlier.
And I was like, is he trying to like eavesdrop on their conversation or something? And I realised you were in the middle of filming a video, and you were waiting for him to come in.
Oh, is this when? Oh, you were trying to control the door, weren't you? What are you doing? Just staring like an NPC at the
It
door.
was just stood, all I could see on the camera is just him stood in the door like he's a freaking horror movie character.
Yeah, that was for a video.
Ah, well, that's fine. I'll allow it then.
Future
I just thought, what is he doing? Why is he just stood inside that door? No phone in his hand, no nothing, just frozen in time.
Yep.
We can talk about that video though, can't we? Because that's going to be.
That'll probably be out by the time.
Yeah, be out.
Which is, which is the main thing.
Yeah.
Well, the most exciting thing you've been working on this week, surely?
Yeah, pretty much. One of them.
Ben,
Everything I do is exciting, dude.
tell us.
So Charlie was given a good wash through on my Renault Clio. I've had the car for about. It's a Renault Clio 182 trophy. Not just any old 182. Very cool car.
Yeah.
I've had it for about 10 years, and I've left it parked for about 7 or 8 years, and it was just caked in shit, really, wasn't it? It's just mouldy. So I think what I want to do is I want to go through the car, get it running again, make it really, really nice, and try to give it a wash just to see what we're dealing with. And the paintwork was a hell of a lot better than I actually thought it was.
The whole car was a hell of a lot better than.
Because a paint can write off a car, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Because if every single panel had clear coat peel and someone's going to give me like a £4,000 or £5,000 bill to do a windows out respray, it's almost like not even worth starting. You might as well turn it into a track car and just send it.
Yeah. But you were talking about, like, oh, I'm going to have to get the engine out and spray. I'll spray the engine bay myself, but it's like gleaming.
Yeah, it's like in my mind, because I'd written it off so many years ago, in my mind is it's just a lost cause, it can't be saved. It's a hell of a lot better than I thought. I mean, it is quite rusty underneath. I've noticed both rear springs have now snapped because they've just been sat there rusting away.
If you can get it up and give it a clean through and...
I'm going to go for all of it. It's going to get new springs, shock absorbers, arms, anything that could be bought from Mill Auto Quick and bolted on I'm going for it.
Yeah.
It's going to be really...
Is there any, you get like the ice blasters out and if it really needs it?
Well, it probably does need it, to be fair. Yeah. Does ice blasting remove rust or does this remove dirt?
I think it does.
I don't know. I've never had anything ice blasted.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. What were the highlights of what you found in Ben's like abandoned car from?
There was a lovely old receipt which just sums it up quite nicely. I think it was the 24th of and month in 2018.
Where was I?
But
what was the receipt for?
Who was I? Who was I at that time?
The receipt was for 4 times mags. I don't know what that means, and a Dr. Pepper.
Magazines, 4 dirty magazines,
yes.
and a Dr. Pepper.
4 nuts. Can you remember Nuts magazine?
Oh God, yeah.
4 nuts and a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, there was some very questionable tissues in there. Very glad I was wearing gloves. Some Lynx Africa cans, which was definitely a blast from the past for all of us. Smelling like year 9
It's weird as well. I said this. I can't remember ever wearing Lynx Africa pants. I remember everyone having it in school.
Yeah.
I can't remember ever buying another can, but it should be weird that there were 2 in there, so I can't even deny it. I must have been wearing Lynx Africa.
One card, which was concerning, unless you had mates.
Depending on which seat I'm sat in. We've got one to end.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And donuts.
Oh yes, some
7-year-old donuts.
Well, they went
Are
out
they
of
still in
date
there?
7 years ago. I think they might be on that shelf over there.
Are they, Toby?
Behind the...
They're not donuts anymore, they've actually fossilised.
Yeah, I was going to say, are they like hard?
They were very hard. Very hard.
No, apparently not. Maybe they're in the bin. Never mind.
But yeah, they went out of date 7 years ago. Sugar donuts. And I don't think I've ever seen anything with sugar on go out of date. So...
I mean, they weren't mouldy.
No.
Which is worrying.
I'm still trying to remember the exact reason why I parked it up. And I think it had a running issue, but then it didn't, and then the immobiliser worked, and then it was working again.
Didn't you say you got yourself a Fiesta?
Yeah, but the actual main reason, there must have been like an actual core reason why you just leave a car parked up. And I can't remember exactly why that was. But I do remember second gear being a bit funky. Maybe I just thought, I'm done with this. Move on to something else now. Got bored.
Fair enough.
Surprised you didn't fix it up and sell it, or are you a bit of a collector?
No. It's the only thing that's ever stuck around, to be fair.
Really?
It was almost like, in the back of my mind, I thought it was always going to be a collector's car at some point, so I wasn't really that fussed.
You're not too far wrong.
I think that's the way it's gone, because the last one I saw go for sale on collecting cars was one the same mileage as that, and it went for £9,200.
What do you remember what you paid for it originally?
I think I paid £2,650 for it. So it's appreciated in the 10 years that I've owned it.
Yeah.
What was the car bought for? Was it like a first car, like a couple cars down the line, or it was just that I like that?
It was, one of my first car. I've been driving a couple of years, I think. What was your first car?
I had a Mark 7 Fiesta, and as you can imagine, I did the same thing I've done with all my cars and ruined it. I did the eBay lowering springs, eBay exhaust that used to set car alarms off. That was great fun. And I did all like the Z-Tech S, sport style bumpers, splitters, spoilers, and then blew it up and sold it. Actually, no, I rebuilt the engine. Me and my dad rebuilt the engine, and then sold it like 2 months later. And I bought the other broken piece of shit that's sat on my driveway now, a Lexus.
What is it about when you get your first car and you just modify them and just destroy them? Like you start out with what is a nice car, like Toby's Golf. We got my nice little car, little Golf, and then it's just like, let's lower it, let's put this spoiler. Why have we got to put bits on? I mean, I was exactly the same.
I destroyed mine in a very different way. Actually, that wasn't my first car. My first car was a Mini Clubman City E, but I didn't even make it to its first MOT before it was condemned for rust.
It's funny because my first car was a Mini Clubman.
And then I ended up with a Vauxhall Corsa C. twin port, 1 litre. And a rattly timing chain and a
I
big
bet
oil
that had
leak.
enough G-force to tear your face off.
Well, it used to leak so much oil every now and again, the manifold would catch fire from the amount of oil that would land on it. But I just kept, it was just like an active oil change.
Nice.
But that car ended up upside down in a school.
Okay, tell us more.
Well, I just ran out of talent, really. Going down a big, long, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why at that age you just drive around at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning with all your mates, but you do.
Yeah.
I'm driving down this hill, and I just clipped a bit of mud on the left-hand side, and it just went sideways, and then through a hedge and into a school field.
Have you ever had a bit of a crash?
Ever had a bit of a crash? I had a questionable incident with my good friend Matthew, doing some perfectly legal driving, and ended up facing the wrong way on a specific road close to here. Won't go too much into detail on that.
But didn't hit anything?
I didn't hit anything, and then he proceeded to mash my front end at 30 mile an hour, and I had to leave it in said place and get it traded back.
Was that your Lexus?
Yes, that was my
Is that
Lexus.
why it has a fiberglass body kit now?
Well, no, because it was all plastic bumpers back then. That's before I got too far into it. And it needed steering racks, arms, many things were bent. And yeah, I've continued to fix it every time it's broken. I've had several wheels fall off that car. That was quite scary.
I've never,
Fall
touch
off or
wood, had
smashed
like...
off?
No, fallen off. I did an oil change on it and a service and all that sort of stuff. And where the oil filter is on it, it's in a really just inconvenient place. It's like below the alternator and above the engine mount. So I took the wheel off and then put it all back together and all that sort of stuff, and was like, why would I have taken the wheel off doing an oil change? Drove it down the road, Locking Road, middle of the day, and just watched my wheel bounce down the pavement at like 30 mile an hour. I was like,
Bro.
nice. And then I had 3 rear wheel studs snap at like midnight, leaving the gym.
I'm going to remind myself to never, ever get in one of your cars, because either the front coilover is going to snap and we're going to die, or we're going to lose a wheel and we're going to die.
Yeah. Things just fall off. Just, why?
I'd like to point out, I've never actually got hurt in a car.
It's a miracle.
Yeah.
Absolute
I've had some
miracle.
very questionable near incidents.
You got really hurt after he was ejected from a car when the wheel fell off.
No, the scariest moments I've probably had has been passenger in other people's.
Yeah.
But I've never been in like a serious accident.
That is the only serious accident I've ever been in. I've had in work vans. I've had like 3 or 4 get written off for people hitting me in my little work vans, but that's the extent of accidents
Yes.
I've had.
Been very lucky. Touch wood. Not really had anything. I've done lots of, when you're saying like you've ended up facing the wrong way on a road, yeah, loads of things like that. But I've just always been lucky that...
Ever at Cheddar Gorge?
Never at Cheddar Gorge?
Have you ever been facing the wrong way at Cheddar Gorge? I feel like everybody at some point in their lifetime.
Yeah, it's funny
If you
mention
live in
that.
this area, you have been pointing the wrong way at Cheddar Gorge.
Yeah, but I kind of grew up more in like Taunton way, so it was. I mean, Cheddar was a bit of a trek. Couldn't afford the fuel, so no, not really.
Yes.
Cheddar Gorge is ruined now. I feel like it's ruined. They've got rid of one car park entirely.
Yeah.
They've just filled it full of mud, and then they've put bollards, so you can't even get
They're not
into
even
some of them.
bollards, they're cages full of like rocks.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Well, you used to, like, when I passed my test, you used to go up there and there'd be 1,000 cars.
Yeah.
Every single car park would be full. One lane would be totally blocked with parked cars, and it'd be the most amazing
Well, you say
pop-up
that,
cars
it's still
events.
like that.
Is it?
It is still like that. There's a couple of meets that go on in the western area, like every couple of weeks on a Sunday, and they all head up Cheddar after. But I mean,
We're just too old to be like
I'm just
like
like,
knowing what's going on with car meets.
Yeah.
I think as soon as you manage to get your own place, like,
yeah.
who
But
wants
then
to go
I
on-
don't go to them. I still do it.
There used to be
Because
one
everyone
called Jap Legends. Massive car meet that was.
That sounds good.
It was really good, Cheddar Gorge. Like a street drifters turn up and they're just amazing.
There's a question. What is the worst modification you can do to a car?
You put in a balaclava.
Balaclava?
I don't know. He said this the other day. He was like,
Balaclava.
he got in a road rage with someone. He's like, he had a balaclava on the headrest. I'm like, oh, I know what he means, but it's not a fucking baklava or whatever. A balaclava, a bally. Just say a bally.
Bally. You had you're driving on behind you, and I don't know what the purpose of them is. You can see them in your rearview mirror, I don't know, what mod is that?
Well,
What
this is something I said a while ago, wasn't it? I was like, what is it? Because I don't understand what it is. Why is it? It seems to be middle-aged people that you just don't seem to be in any kind of car scene, but they seem to have white balaclavas on their baklava on their headrests. And my first instinct was like, is it meant to be that it deters people from breaking into their car because it looks like people are sat in there with white balaclavas on? But surely not. But it's just a guy turned up. He'd bought a Cougar.
ST, wasn't it? Or ST line type thing.
Well, yeah, but it was only like an EcoSport engine type thing. EcoBoost is what I'm trying to say, like 1 litre EcoBoost. And he had these bloody things.
Yeah, I know. Like, they were lime green, weren't they?
Oh,
they were lime green balaclavas.
Why?
I don't understand them at all.
Yeah.
Let's just
I
consult
thought, was it not you who told me that it came from like JDM?
This is, so if I had somebody has told me that it's like a Jap thing, you know, people, you know,
copy trends and whatever.
Copy trends from Japan and bring them over here. I have heard that that's what it might be, but to be honest, I don't actually know.
But yeah, I mean, if I saw a load of like Charlie's generation driving around, if that is the case, why haven't you got a Balaclava on your...
Well, I don't really associate myself with the modern day car scene anymore. I'm not a fan of any of the stuff that goes on. I don't like my car's faster than your car in a straight line. There's no passion to it anymore. No one builds their own stuff. It's all just, I've been here and my car's remapped more than yours. And
I feel like people have been saying that from the beginning of time.
Yeah, I've never been interested in that. I'm not really fussed how fast the car is. I'd rather it have some soul to it.
God, I'm from the max power generation, so everything needed to have TV screens and speakers in it. I remember the coolest thing that I could ever think that I'd have in a car would be, you know, people have TV screens in the back of the headrests.
Yeah.
If you had TV screens in like the back of the back headrests, the people behind you would have a TV screen and they'd see that TVs were in your
fish tank.
Yeah. My first car ever, I went over the top of it, was a Mini Clubman. I put I don't even know what the name of the body kit would be now, but a wide arch body kit on it. It was all...
I think I've seen a photo of that.
It was pretty cool. Now I look back, I'm like, that was quite cool. I did it, well, I say I did it all myself. A lot of help from my dad. And we had it painted, and it was kind of like a full rebuild, but I had an original Xbox in there, linked up to a TV that was in the center console I'd made. And I mean, the Xbox was probably just flopping about. But I mean, it worked.
Do you ever go to Western Wheels?
No, but I feel like a lot of people talked about it. Dan always talks about it.
Yeah, it's like the max, in the area, like the max power event.
Yeah.
Where you had like, there was like Ford Escort vans with RS turbo engines, and the whole thing would just be amplifiers and giant subwoofers.
Yeah, there's always a van somewhere that's playing obviously loads of bass music, and like the windscreen's got like duct tape across the top of it, because once they've stopped blowing it out from their like demonstration of whatever, which doesn't sound good anyway, because it's just like all you hear is just pure bass.
You stood next to it and you just can't see anything because even your eyeballs, your vision's like...
They've dried out.
Blurry.
Nowadays it's usually one of them Astra vans, isn't it? Astra white panel van. And then it's got just, the inside is just covered in carpet and speakers.
Brilliant van, Astra H van, 1.7 CDTI with a little map on. Ultimate.
Yeah, I don't know if the 1.7 or the 1.9 was better, but talking about spinning cars around the wrong way, that's what I did it in, was a Astra Sporty van, Astra H, whatever it is, the last generation they made of an Astra van. And I was used to having tools in it because it was a work van, and I went driving around Corkscrew Lane in Taunton. Some people will know where that is. And I didn't have any tools in it or anything in it. I think it just cleaned it all out and had a bit of like lift off oversteer, essentially.
No weight over those rear wheels.
Yeah, exactly, and just completely spun 180 in front of a learner driver who was like, oh my God. And as I then sort of, I was like, oh God, I'm so embarrassed, and like kind of turned around and considered myself quite a good driver, but that had just happened. I think it's just I wasn't expecting no weight on the rear axle or whatever. And the driving instructor leant across this girl and he was like, traction, traction. I'm like, yeah, no traction is the issue, but yes, thanks. I'm not quite sure what the lesson was there.
I think we've all had one of them incidents of embarrassing moments where you've kind of just got to like pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah, mine was at Cheddar Gorge, and I had this Saxo that I'd converted into a track car, and I thought, everyone I see in like race cars, they have brake bias valves. Don't need one. Didn't even really know like at what point I should bias these brakes. So I put all copper lines inside the car, put a brake bias valve in, and clearly set it very wrong. So my first run down Cheddar Gorge, I got to that the like horseshoe bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, I had it all biased to the front. Just even dabbed the brakes, and I just pirouetted. It's amazing I didn't smash it into a cliff face.
Oh, good
Got
old
that
horseshoe.
very wrong.
Good old horseshoe. I did one in the centre of Bristol on a weekend in the middle of the day. That was quite concerning. Hadn't driven the old Lexus in a while, and apparently the roundabout was quite slippery, along with a bit too much clutch kick and right foot. And
Oh yeah, I've done that on the roundabout in the centre of Taunton. That's like cobblestones.
Yeah.
So if that rains on there, it's nice and slippy. So yeah, you do a little
Yeah.
clutch kick on.
and it kind of
That's
just
slick.
Yeah.
the ex-missus wasn't very happy about that. She was like,
Do you still have a current missus?
I don't currently.
Oh, what happened there?
Too busy with many other things. Felt unfair that I wasn't giving her enough time. So
'Cause you do like to bang gym, don't you?
bang gym, bang work outside of work.
It's a saying. Toby's laughing.
I'd like to point
Gym's not a person. It's
banging gym isn't sleeping with a man.
it's it's a modern day. I don't know if it even is in modern. It might have gone past being.
As much as that's going to disappoint people, I'm not of that orientation.
No.
as
Sorry,
we've
sorry guys.
seen. But yeah, do a lot of gym.
Just broken
work.
everybody's hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's going to be
you lost
like,
your entire fan base.
yeah, lost my entire fan base. I'm getting sacked.
Poor Max
all my
Balbino,
money's
whatever his
gone.
name is.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, gym, work on weekends, work during the week, and then the odd bit of car stuff takes up a lot of time.
Yeah.
Not time.
This is why we didn't have you on the first podcast, because he's so like, no, I can't. I've got to go. Got gym. Got whatever.
Can't miss arm day. Arm day on a Thursday. It's hard.
Well, so what have you done? Have you gone this morning? Or are you
No,
gonna?
I'm going to go after.
Fair
I'm going
enough.
to try and squeeze it in. But yeah,
We won't keep you too long, mate. I know you got to. You need to try and build some absolute guns like this.
no.
Did you say what size are your arms?
I think sort of midday, no pump, 16.5 inches.
Okay,
Your
that was
biceps.
probably the biggest my arms ever got.
Yes. And then my forearms aren't far behind it, so not doing too bad. But
Talking of your forearms, can we talk about? And obviously, I'm sat here covered in tattoos. Can we?
you want to hear the story about the question?
Is that the only tattoo you have?
That is. So
Do you know about his tattoo?
I didn't even realise
It
he
looks
had a
like-
single tattoo.
it does
It
kind
looks
of
like
look
he's an Auschwitz,
survivor.
survivor. Yeah.
That's
So-
unfortunate, yeah.
It's technically upside down for me. It says RF03UAD, which is the registration off my Lexus.
Oh, is it that? That's slightly cooler than I thought. I thought it was just
Slightly
like an early car you had, like a little Fiesta something.
This wasn't done professionally, as you might be able to
What?
tell. So a different ex-missus, believe it or not, I've had a few. She
Used you as a
decided,
doodle book?
she decided she wanted a tattoo gun for Christmas one year. Well, the year
That was
I
done with a gun.
Yeah.
I thought that might be done with a mallet or something. I mean,
just
I've
stabbed.
hand poked myself. That's a hand poked tattoo that I've done.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
that's better than that.
Oh yeah, that's my
considerably.
point.
But no, she was practicing on herself for ages, and then I had a group of 6 friends sat in my conservatory, and they were like, "We've all got terrible tattoos. You need one." And I was like, "I don't think I do." And then it was, "Yes, you do." And I thought, of all the terrible things I could get, I think at least my registration is quite interesting. So then,
In
yes.
what way?
Well,
Like, how-
it was better than getting a
how-
penis drawn on me, wasn't it?
Well, no, but I mean, people won't know, but you used to be like a champion RC helicopter. You could have had a little helicopter or something.
I could have done, but at the time I wasn't thinking about that. I was
Yeah,
more
you're just like, what's the coolest thing that's definitely going to be? A registration for a 2003 Lexus IS 200. That's what
Yeah.
I need on me for the rest of my life.
yeah, that's best car.
You've all seen that kiddie on Facebook who's got the full registration, haven't
Yeah,
you, of
number
his
plate.
Ford Fiesta?
Yeah.
And if you now reg-tech that car, it's scrapped.
Nice.
How embarrassing is that?
Oh, it might be worth more now. His forearm might be worth more money.
Christ, God knows, but
I
it was
doubt it,
from
but,
top
yeah.
to bottom a full-blown UK reg plate.
I used to have a mate in college. Like, turned 18, first week of being 18. When I got a tattoo, come in the next day. We're like, what the hell is that on your arm? Full blown, size of all this, in colour, West Ham badge. In colour, bright purple with the blue outline. I was like, that is questionable. A week later, he come in with a very wonky silhouette of the Titanic, also the same size.
Wow.
But just, it wasn't like a silhouette, it was like pure black, just outline of...
Was he even old enough in college to get a tattoo?
Yeah, he literally turned 18, and then that week he went out and spent like, maybe like 600 quid.
I got my first
700
tattoo
quid.
at 15 in a tattoo shop. There's a whole story, we'll get into it another time, about how I managed to swing that. But yeah, in school...
On 18.
Yeah, exactly. I just kept skiving off school and going it. Yeah.
Making your voice try to sound deep.
We stood on
100%.
stilts
They were
with
like,
long jeans on.
every time I go back and they'd be like, have you remembered your ID? Oh, my ID. Yeah, no, I forgot my ID.
This is my ID, my tattoo.
Yeah,
I'm old
well,
enough.
I didn't have it at that point. Yeah, that was that cross. It looked slightly different at the time, but yeah, there's... I don't know if I want to put this cringy picture up. There's a cringy picture of me. I probably looked 12, never mind 15. I'm like, that. And I had some like tribal like chain thing on, just trying to be as like hard as possible. I thought it was,
I bet all the ladies loved that. Not a single one commented on it.
All the Christian ladies with the cross.
yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I did have that. I had a go and she's like, are you like really religious and whatever? I was like, no. She's like, oh, I just assumed because it's like, no, I just thought it was cool, wasn't it? Literally, when they said you could have a tattoo, I was just like,
What do I get? What do I get?
that then. Just picture,
You got something off the board.
yeah, exactly. And I've already met someone who's got the exact same tattoo. He was like, oh, I've
sold these
got that. And he
boards
had it like on his back in some random place.
Oh, dear.
Those boards must be in bulk in like every town across the UK.
And also, I had it there because, in the picture, it like used to go across my arm when I was 15. But it was like, where do you want it? I was like, I don't know. And I was like, oh. So I had it there so it would stick out of a t-shirt.
Clever.
So, you know.
So not the full cross,
logos.
just this black line.
Yeah, so it was just hovering in the middle of my arm. There's no other stuff above it. It's just random. Yeah, it made it very awkward then to get other
No
stuff done.
regrets.
Yeah, exactly.
No rag rats.
I feel like what I was going to get at anyways. I feel like Jason, our videographer, is someone who would just have. Have we checked whether he's got tattoos?
No, I don't think
He's either going to have no tattoos, or he's
doesn't.
going to.
No, he doesn't.
I have seen Jason, top to bottom,
Crikey,
in the middle of the
Moses.
night, walking towards me. This, if you watched last podcast, in my little fucking little cave between the kitchen and the toilet, I've seen him. And unless
he
he has a
starving?
tattoo under his boxers, he definitely does not have a tattoo on him.
Yeah, fair enough.
If he did have a tattoo,
Do you know what? Imagine Jason like walking towards you in his boxers would have looked like. You know that Simpsons where was it Mr. Burns or whatever it is, the old thing, and he gets injected with that stuff. What's the guy who owns the plant?
Mr. Burns, yeah.
Mr. Burns, yeah. And you know he like takes a load of drugs. He's like, ooh, because he kind of floats in that kind of way.
Do you reckon he's still wearing those shoes he has on all the time as well?
What in the night?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I reckon he
But anyway,
soaks in them.
what I was getting at is I could imagine you could just have something really random. You know, if you had to ask Jason basically what would you have as a tattoo?
he would have a World of Warcraft
No.
tattoo.
He wouldn't. He'd have something
I think-
really weird. I feel like it'd be like a horse with a dog's head or something. It'd just be random.
I reckon it depends who asks him.
Fucking wild, all the things he might.
things he comes out
genuinely
with.
consider.
The things he comes out with, Jason, as you're editing this,
I think we could
give us so much entertainment.
talk Jason into a tattoo.
Yeah.
Reveal him a game plan because he's actually going to edit this, but I feel like we could swing
I
him
reckon
around.
he'd get one of our faces on him.
I don't
reckon he
think
would.
that would be sensible.
It'd be funny though.
I really want a tattoo. I really, really want a tattoo.
I heard you've got a tattoo gun, Joe.
Yeah, I got a tattoo gun.
Well, this-
I did this.
the next
I did
bit-
all these with a tattoo gun.
This
And that rubbish. Don't look at that too much, but there's a dagger. Everyone's like, it's a sword. I'm like, that's meant to be a dagger, but it was a bit rubbish. But I mean, for tattooing your own shin like this, bored in lockdown, and did this bird and this thing.
Very artistic.
It's not bad, is it?
No, it's quite
really.
good.
Yeah. I've done a tattoo on Dan as well. And
What was it of?
it was of like a little. He found this thing that he wanted, and he copied it off someone else's tattoo. So it's a literal copy of someone else's.
Did you have
But
like
it's
a
like a
projector
little-
and then you like traced around it on him?
I know at the time because I was getting into it. I bought. You could buy like a little. These days, really cool. Little thin LED pad, and you just put your paper on top of that, and you can trace through. It's very cool. I've still got it somewhere in my tattoo kit. It's in my garage, probably been bum raped by spiders and rats and whatever. Yeah, it's like a little gateway. It's like a door. Little steps leading up to a door, and you open the door, and it's the galaxy behind. It's not bad though. It's yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
You're bored in lockdown, probably.
Dan fancied it, so that's what we did.
The door to the galaxy.
Yeah, in his ankle.
And is that fair?
Yeah.
Fair.
God knows why not.
Yeah, what I was saying is, I really want a tattoo, but the tattoo artists I personally know, people I know, are bellends. They will openly admit they're bellends, and I just don't want to be reminded of how much someone is a bellend by their beautiful artwork on me. I don't know why that is a little
weird.
block in my mind. I can't get over it. I really want a tattoo.
My tattoo artist, who I'm friends with, Levi, he's a self-professed, see you next Tuesday. He wears t-shirts that say King of the...
No, really?
Yeah, so he'll be there tattooing away, and his thing says King of the... We'll have to block that out. He came in with his child, and it said, my dad's a... on his baby grow. Or it's like, my dad's the king of the...
I suppose if you own it, well, I don't know. I just can't get over it. Don't know why it's such a mental
But
block
he'll
for
just
me.
be like... Because he owns a tattoo shop, and he knows some of the other tattoo shops in town didn't have air conditioning. When it's really hot, he's like, hope you're enjoying sweating in your shitty tattoo shop or whatever he puts on it. It's just doesn't give a shit.
What if you find this lovely, your Instagram lovely artist, he does it, and then 5 years later he comes out as a paedophile, and then what do you do? Cut your arm off just to get rid of it, not to be associated with it?
What do you think people are going to be like? Hold up, that tattoo, was that from Big Stinky Dave with his little winky? Get that off you, you nonce. Well, they're not, are they?
Well, they're not, but I'll know.
Yeah, you'll know, but you don't have to
I don't think that makes you a nonce.
I'll hate my arm.
What you do in your own time is up to you, but I don't think that makes you a nonce as well.
I don't know why, it's always been a problem. It's
Yeah,
been a mental block.
you and your dirty pedo arm that's now been infected with their artwork.
Your missus is like, you can't touch me with that one.
Yeah.
There's been there too many kids.
By association, yes. It probably never happened.
I think you're
Talking myself out of it.
overthinking it just a little.
Yeah, but I'm probably not the right candidate for a tattoo.
Anyway, this has taken a left turn, hasn't it? Are you actually? I don't know why I had I glitched out then. Are you actually working on your Clio tomorrow, or have you got a Cayman to finish?
Yeah, we got too much stuff on. My Clio video I was meant to film probably 3 weeks ago, and I just keep pushing it off.
People
pushing it off.
want videos from you, Ben.
They
and
do.
You're trying to make these epic features. We probably need to bang out a few little cheeky little stocking fillers for people.
It's I'm happy to do that. It's just time, isn't it? We've got so much stuff on that I think it's just going to get parked into next week now. Got that Cayman to finish. Cayman video will be out by now as well. I
if
should
you start
imagine.
pulling your finger out some of these jobs, then
Well, it's like
you need tools and.
I go try to weld something, and the welder shits the bed, and then I go to get the work van. You got the work van keys on the other side. It's just challenge Annika today. Trying to get stuff done.
It's gonna get sorted out, isn't it? Yeah, it has been a bit one of them days. Isn't it,
Yeah.
I suppose? One of them weeks,
One of them weeks,
months.
for sure.
Yeah, we'll get it sorted. Yeah, I can't think of anything else really we need to kind of cover in this thingy. We've talked about the fact that we've got sim racing coming. I have to start researching into that. I don't know, whether we do that on this channel. I guess we would set up as Twitch. You said you wanted to do something in your own time.
Yeah. Mind boshing out a little Twitch
I don't know if
thing.
you can do your own Twitch channel, or we do. I mean, I'll just set one up anyway. Shift him out of Twitch.
It'd be cool to see how many people, how many subscribers and followers actually have sim racing rigs, and is there enough to justify doing a little race, doing a little season, maybe 6 races over the next couple of months.
Well, our mate Mike Brewer's got 2 now. One at his house, one at One Automotive. I feel like we need to get him on and do some racing against him.
Do the Motor Trader
Motor Trade something.
Championship.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it though. I feel like I'm going to spend a lot of time on it. Having an ADHD mentality, I'm just going to be like, I'll just be camping here.
Thing is, it's all the way down here. You're going to be at home and you're going, you never want to leave.
Yeah, I'll just camp down here. Sleep on, fold up the arm on this and get a little blow up mattress or something.
If you're awake,
There's a camper van out there.
Well, yeah, I'll figure something out. But I can imagine it would be addictive to just stay here really late. Just.
I think it is mentally taxing. You'd be surprised you do one lap, just one lap of the Nürburgring, and you're like, crikey, my focus is going already. That was intense.
Yeah, I can imagine. But yeah, and what else? Projects and things going on. We've got Cayman we're working on, another kind of sports car type thing. We got all sorts going on, haven't we? But nothing probably we are ready to share. So I guess we'll call it there. Let us know in the comments. Well, it's probably too early to give us any suggestions for cars or tracks for us to do on the sim. Maybe see if we got it up and running by the next time we do this. We'll just do something standard. Keep your names coming in for the farm. We still haven't settled on anything. We just feel like horsepower ranch. You're saying it's a bit too much. It's too much, isn't it? It's a bit too cliche.
Yeah, the Paddock Pass name for the podcast. Love that.
There is. We should say there is another podcast called Paddock Pass Podcast, and it's all about MotoGP and World Superbikes and stuff like that. So, but ours is going to be shifting metal Paddock Pass, I guess. I keep calling it Paddock Pass because that was one of my suggestions.
Yeah.
Paddock Pass. Yeah, but who knows? It has been a long day. I am tired.
Same. It's been hot as well today.
Yeah, it has been really hot. It's
stood
been
on
really
top
close.
of a shipping container, and that thing radiates heat. You can't even touch it. You burn your skin. I'm cooked today.
It was put too close to the fence where I had to wire up the electrics, and I literally was just wedged in, and it was so uncomfortable, and literally just directly in the sun, just frying like a rotten old piece of fish. I wasn't happy, and I'm tired now.
It's quite a spectacle watching containers get moved. It was a very satisfying job to pluck in these huge
I
containers.
said it to Jason, I was like, this is just such like a appealing thing for men.
Yeah.
Just watching people load something on the back of a big...
It's like a
big
giant Lego
frame.
brick,
Yeah.
and then this huge crane, and just moves the leg. It's amazing.
I was like, this is a man's thing, and it's really appealing to me.
And those guys couldn't have been more helpful, I think.
What I was going to say actually is there was obviously two of these guys.
Yeah.
And I was like, when they turned up, I was like, do you want a coffee or whatever? And they're like, no, I'm all right, thanks, cool. I was like, when I got here, I was like, do you want a cold drink? 'Cause it was really hot. And I feel like I'm probably being insulted now when I don't want I was going to say bold locks, but the bold guy, he looked at me like I just pissed on his kids every time I said anything to him. He was just, I don't know if he maybe recognised me or something like that. I don't know what it was.
He had
He warmed up towards the end.
He had a real dry sense of humour, so he was cracking jokes, but he was like looked deadly serious.
Yeah.
But once you realise that, he's actually just trying to be funny the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I would ask do you guys want a drink? And the main guy would be like, no, I'm all right, thanks. And the other guy would just sort of like,
they were helpful though.
nah.
I think a lot of drivers, we've put the shipping container in a bit of a precarious, tight spot, bit awkward. I think a lot of drivers would have just gone, nah, I ain't putting it there. It's like whatever. But they were
cool.
just like trying to find ways to make it happen, and they did. They got exactly where we wanted. A great company.
You absolutely buggered up the convoy. We were leaving the garage.
Do you know why I did that?
Because you were going to loop back around.
Well, no, because I thought the double-decker bus had blocked them, so they were going to be like 5 minutes whilst the set of temporary lights outside of Barrow Motors changed to let them off the forecourt. So I pulled in. I thought I'd wait at the junction, wait for them to come down, but obviously they got out a lot quicker than I thought. So I ended up. You were in front. They're in with the truck, and I'm behind.
For context for everyone, Ben was going to lead this lorry with the container on to the farm. He was in front in a red Range Rover, and I was going to follow behind in the Cayenne, feeling like we're, like you said, that's some kind of private contractors escorting this container. And actually, it's like the start of that film. Army of Dead. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Anyway, this is basically they're all convoying this container. It's got the zombies in. Anyway, there's that tangent. And they were held up. Ben pulled off into a side street, took a massive detour to turn around when he probably could have just swung in, couldn't he? Really?
Well, no.
Anyway, he disappeared. I was like, what on earth is he doing now? Whereas I'm next. So I had to take over the lead role and lead it in, and you had to follow.
I mean, we're all going to the same place anyway.
It doesn't really matter, no.
Yeah.
But I just thought, why have you pulled off? He's always pulling off, I suppose. So.
Well, it's like I said, I saw the double-decker go. I didn't realise they actually had managed to get off the forecourt in time. It was...
Yeah, there we are.
But yeah.
I'm really tired, so I'm getting delirious now. So thank you for watching and listening.
Yes, thank
you.
you.
We'll be back in a couple of weeks, possibly with Hamilton.
Yeah.
Who knows whether he's back from his double ender. I imagine he will be back to
Both ends.
plaguing our
Will we
age
have
groups.
another? Do we have another chair?
Yeah,
We have another
Yeah.
chair. Well, we might be 4-man deep on the
on the podcast.
on the podcast on the Paddock Pass.
It would be interesting to see how we manage to fit this setup into a shipping container because we might have to be facing each other,
Might have, get some clever
eye to eye.
camera angles.
Yeah. But hopefully
Then
we'll have some
again,
more
we only need
interesting.
3 chairs. 1 person on the sim rig, 3 on the chairs. Hot swapping this chair.
Yeah, I mean, I think we might end up doing like almost like 2 separate podcasts or like a live stream
We'll figure out.
for Simrig stuff because it'd probably just get annoying just hearing, you know.
And I fucking crashed again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
bumped
But we'll
me.
figure it out. Anyway, that is it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and go and check out Physical Competitions. If you want to sell your car, go to carsportformore.com. If you're a trader, check out carsportformore.com/trade. It's free to have an account, and you can buy lots of lovely cars that are offered to us. That's it. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Ciao.